I got it all together. Come on in, guys. Let me lower this a little bit. Hey. Let me get my glasses. How is everybody? I have a special something planned today. What's good, Emily? What's good, everybody coming in? Hi, gang. Hey, Mammoth. Hey, everybody. What's good, Tawanda? Hey, Esperanza. Hey, everybody. I got something special planned for today. I think we're going to enjoy. What's good, Project Execute? Happy Hump Day. You know what? That's perfect that today is Hump Day, especially in light of the subject matter. So, you guys know that I very rarely will do a love reading. What's good, Rose JP? What's good, Shaquana? What's good, Carol? What's good, Blessed? Hey. What's good, Everett? What's good, Miss Lotus Wisdom? You guys know I normally don't do love readings. I'm out here mostly doing, energetic work because I'm a Reiki master. I'm into the shadow work and into the political environment, because you can't be a spiritualist and not have a revolutionary soul. If those two things ain't matching up, something's off. Right? What's good? Tony, what's good, everybody coming in? Regina, hey guys. Okay, so I never do that, but I think it has to do with this Scorpio full moon that we just had, which is in Taurus. Taurus is the Empress. It rules love. What's good, Ethereal Mortis? What's good, everybody coming in? Right? What's good, Maine? So, Spirit put it on me to do a you versus them. If you ever watched one of my you versus them, baby, go get a drink. Go get a snack. Find a place that you could sit down and listen. I promise it'd be accurate as hell and not surface. Okay? So you put in the you versus them. You put in that person. Thank you guys for all the love. This could be a romantic partner. This could be a family member. This could be anybody. All right? You should know, when I start doing the reading, you're going to know who it is, okay? So we're going to get started. I got some new decks, my love. And so, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I feel it already. We're going to get one. Spirit, which ones? We're going to use the Motivation Manifesto deck. We're going to see what is manifesting itself around you, even if you're not aware of it. Remember that there's constantly frequency and energy, okay? Whether this is coming from other people or yourself. What's good, Danny? What's good, Sylvia? Right? I feel like there's a truth moment coming, guys. There may be something that is getting ready to be verbally said to you. What's good, Brianna? Or this could be a something that comes across in somebody's actions. Okay? But it's going to be very revealing to you. You're going to know that you can't unsee it. Okay? That's what Spirit's talking about. I feel like it's evolutionary to who you are. It's that big. Okay? Remember that every relationship you entertain is just a mirror of something that you need to experience for yourself. Spirit, can you show me, please, what it is? that the current energy needs to know freedom and victory belong to those who remain strong and true despite temptation. You're on the precipice of a breakthrough of something that you requested, gang. This could be a start of a business. This could be a career. This could be a relationship. This could be, okay? But there's something, several cycles that are closing right now about work that you've done on yourself, okay? Shadow work. You could be testing whether you have moved past something. It's something adjacent to. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say you're trying to start a business and it's a spiritual business, but part of your overall challenge in life has been a temper, right? So this could be a challenge in regards to how you process anger now. Can you really transmute that to move on to a different version of yourself to bring this manifestation to the timeline? Okay, now because this is a you versus them, and I'm saying this is the general energy, somebody else is experiencing that too. Their challenge could be different, and most often is. Very rarely are we experiencing the same thing in our mirror at the same time. Understand that a relationship is just an opportunity for you to find somebody that you feel safe enough to work out your bullshit. And they're doing the same thing. Right? So if we're going through that, and if you've ever been in a long-term relationship, you will recognize that there are portions that one partner is feeling one frequency and another partner is feeling another frequency, right? Like somebody could be up and somebody could be down. You could be getting a new job, they could have lost theirs, right? So there could be different reasons why people are having different frequencies while being in a relationship. So taking that into consideration, two people, whether this is a friend or a foe, okay, are at a crossroads of a situation that is going to determine how they move forward. Okay, Spirit wants you to know that that's where we're starting from. Most often, these are tests from Spirit for us to see if we have overcome certain traits that have been detrimental and sometimes generational curses. Okay, so we're gonna get started with that. All right. We got this new deck, Love and Money. This deck, I feel like, is gonna be something. Okay, so I am first gonna take out some tarot. No, Kipper? Okay. Kipper. Spirit says this is the subject matter that we're going to be talking about, okay? Spirit, can you show me the area, that which is the you versus me? Now, when I do the you versus me, if you've never seen me do a you versus me, I'm going to take the general energy, which I just did. I'm going to take a center card, and then I'm going to take cards for you and cards for them, okay? So we're going to take a look. Spirit, can you show me the root of the matter? The root of the matter, please. A journey. So it is a crossroads. It is something about the road that you've been on for a minute, okay? Great fortune, okay? I feel like this great fortune is more than just financial. It's like the blessings. It's like what you're grateful for. Even the lessons, right? Often I say the lessons and the blessings because sometimes you wouldn't even know you've been blessed by something if you didn't have the challenges. And sometimes those challenges, you know, you discover the best parts of yourself, right? So we're going to get a deck I'm going to explain how it goes. I'm going to take 3 cards. One representing you, one representing what you see as the problem, one representing how you would like to handle it. I'm going to take a card for the middle energy, and then I'm going to take a card for them, right? What they see is the problem and how they'd like to handle it, okay? So we're going to take a look. Spirit, can you show me first the mutual energy in this you versus them, please? Show me the mutual energy for the you versus them, please. Mutual energy for the you versus them. It is the Two of Pentacles. I feel like this is both sides are waiting to see the reflection, right? Nobody wants to be the leader, right? I feel like somebody here is like trying to read the tea leaves. Like, is it good between us? Is it not good? So are you going to be petty? Because then I'm going to be petty. If you want to be Gucci, then we could be Gucci. What's good, Jeffo? Right? It's like trying to return in kind. Okay, and a lot of times that's not from a genuine place, but you have to be in your wisdom and in your authenticity to be vulnerable enough to be in your authentic energy and risk possibly being rejected. Okay, Spirit, can you show me how our client or the person we are reading for, how they see the situation, please? How do they see the situation? Reunited and it feels so good. This person could be a person from your past, or it could represent something that you've gone through in your past. But you feel like with the Four of Wands coming out here crossed and the Three of Swords, right? It's like a story that you've gone through before, or like you know how this story ends, right? Like, yeah, I'm caught up in this shit. My heart is caught up in this shit, but it don't really got nowhere to go, right? It don't got nowhere to go, or we've been together before and it ended in heartbreak, or I had a situation that was like this, or I'm still trying to recover from a heartbreak. So there's something there about what you think the limitations of the situation can be. All right. And it has to do with a betrayal that's happened before, whether this is at the hands of this person or somebody else. But it's very much has to do with the sacral chakra and the energy that you have built up in you according to a situation that has occurred. Now we're going to look at how they see the situation. Can you show me? How do they see the situation? They see the Eight of Swords, a prison of their own making. Okay, so let's say that this person is somebody that you have dealt with in the past. They feel like maybe they've done something that you, Grand Rising Eve, that you will see as a disqualifier, or like they might have made a bad choice, and now when they thought the relationship was too early or wasn't serious or this isn't going anywhere, so they didn't make it any effort, and now it's like the writing is on the wall, right? And how can they go back and fix mistakes? Okay, or this happened to them in another relationship. And so these two experiences could be working off each other. Someone who has had a past with making mistakes and someone who has experienced someone being unfair to them. And so both parties could be looking for a way to have some kind of confirmation, a surety that it's safe to make effort towards a situation. Neither one of us, right, wants to put anything on the line. Okay, they've had skin in the game in other instances, whether with each other or not. Okay, now we're going to look at what you see as the blockage in this situation. Spirit, can you show me what it is that they see as the blockage? Okay, you have here the Lovers and the Tower. Fucking choices, right? And this does have something to do with like some kind of infidelity. Okay, you have the Tower and the Lovers here. You could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Gemini. Wheel of Fortune, okay, whether it was this person or the past, okay, they could have even given you like a little hint of something. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you were in a situation, whether it was this person or not, in the past, and you got cheated on, right? Now you're in a new situation, right? Their phone rings at, 2 a.m, and you take it as a red flag, right? And it would be, right? Meanwhile, it could be that this person hasn't contacted them in 2 years or whatever, but you could react off of what you've experienced without having the backstory. So we're just going to put that there because we don't know yet. But there is definitely a history of mistrust. I also feel like you might have believed somebody before and was proven wrong. Could have stood on business, like, they were young, healthy, wealthy, beautiful, free, and in love, right? Let's see what they think is the blockage. What do they think is the blockage? Page of Cups. This person feels like they spend a lot of fucking time saying, I'm sorry. Okay? Or they feel like they don't get enough, some type of love or appreciation, and that is a problem for them. They may feel like they will always have to be apologizing if they try to fix this. This person, there could have been like, let's say that there was a pregnancy. For some of you, it could be just one particular person. You could have started dating somebody. You started dating them, okay? After they started dating you, somebody from the past came and said that they were pregnant. You could be taking that as like, this is what you do, right? Meanwhile, they might not have even dealt with that person since before you, okay? But because there was this false pregnancy, right? It entered the chat at a critical portion of building the trust in the relationship. What's good, Jennifer LaRoe, right? Or this person could have had a child on you. We're going to take a look. Spirit, can you show me how our collective would like to handle this situation? How would our collective like to handle this situation? 10 of Pentacles. If you're married, right? You could be trying to hold your family together, or this could be generational wealth and legacy. This could be you saying like, you know what, alimony or whatever, right? We're going to look. Spirit, can you show me what it is, how this other person would like to handle the outcome of this situation? How would they like to handle it? We're going to clarify all of these. Page of Swords. Okay, they're trying to avoid an outcome, a disclosure. Okay, and for those of you that can't tell, this is also on YouTube. Okay, and the title is You Versus Them, What's Really Happening. Okay, so I feel like there's something that they don't want you to know, or they're trying to prevent dealing with or going back down that road. Okay, so we're going to take a look. We're going to get a deck to clarify. Yeah, let's use that. Spirit, can you show me what is this mutual energy between the two of them? Okay, this Two of Pentacles of nobody wanted to go first. Okay, a journey into equilibrium, right? And you could be trying to balance yourself and they could be trying to balance themselves too in this situation. Strength card. Okay, every person in this situation is trying to keep their their reputation intact. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Something about this connection or this experience with this person, okay, makes you question what you are to them. It's as if you're saying, what are we? But you don't want to say, what are we? Now, for some of you, this could be actually going well between the two of you, and this could be a new situation, but it's bringing up past issues that you've experienced with somebody else. At the bottom of the deck, there's something here about the moon, okay? This could be a mother wound. They could have a mother wound. You could have a mother wound. But this also feels like something that needs to be brought up, discussed, okay? This could be your individual. If this is a new situation, this could be your individual traumas. So that way you can get a little real about, hey, this is the shit that triggers me. Hey, this is the shit that triggers me, right? Because I feel like this could be stuff that you've experienced with others, but you don't know how to talk about it together. Okay. Now, if this is a relationship that you've been in for a while, there could be something that is shifting that has you questioning both of you, because this is in the position of both of you, right? Questioning why or if something is worth pursuing, and if what each of you is giving to the relationship is being valued. Okay, so we're going to look at you first. When I asked what was the situation and how you saw the situation, what I got was the Four of Wands crossed. Okay, it's not really peaceful, harmonious situation, and it's due to heartbreak. Three of Swords. Now, whether this heartbreak was from this person or not, only you can determine that in your particular situation. Four of Wands. Spirit, why is the Four of Wands here crossed for our collective? Why is that here? King of Swords. Okay, so King of Swords also comes out cross. Okay, you could have been dealing with somebody who spoke sharply. Could have been a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? But this also is giving me the energy of somebody who feels like they're so smart, but they don't really feel smart. Okay? And so what they do is they talk to people in a way that's condescending. And you could experience that in your childhood, or you could experience that in a relationship. At the bottom of the deck is the Magician. I feel like you had to do a lot of work on yourself to overcome how you dealt with criticism or how you dealt with people who could mistreat you and say they love you, but they're doing it to kind of like prop their low ego up. Okay, so you also have the Three of Swords. Thank you for all the love, my love. Okay, you also have the Three of Swords here with the Three of Cups. So for some of yous, there was a person. Now this could also be reflection of your parents' relationship, okay, because sometimes it comes in the line. I'm just going to give you the situation, you put in the pieces of who's who, right? But you could have dealt with somebody who spoke negatively to others to make themselves feel more important. And they could have accused people of cheating because they were a cheater, or because they grew up in some kind of infidelity, and so therefore they perpetuated that infidelity. Okay. Now, for a few of you, you could have cheated on somebody who spoke to you in a way to tear you down. Okay. You could be looking for somebody to love you in a way that doesn't feel harsh. Okay. Now they got the Eight of Swords over here. So let's take a look. Spirit, why is this Eight of Swords over here for them? Please, can you show me? They got the Four of Pentacles. So for some of them, so true. What's good, Julia Bug, right? So I'm going to give you two scenarios. You put it in, okay? Now remember, this also can be generational shit, right? Because a lot of time we repeat the cycles that have been in our line. That's going to be true for you. That's going to be true for them, right? So you got the Eight of Swords. This person feels like they made a prison of their own making for holding back. Now, this person could have held back from some type of vulnerability in a relationship because of something that they grew up experiencing. I feel like this person had a domineering parent, male or female. I feel like this person over here spoke harshly or like a bully because they felt insecure, and so maybe they grew up in a harsh area. Okay. But I feel like this person masks their insecurities by some sense of bravado. Male or female, this person operates in masculine tendencies. This is a detachment of emotion. We got back together after both seeing each others. That's a perfect example, right? So now this person over here could have done things in situations to tear you down verbally because that's what they're used to, like a sense of bravado. Okay, this could have also been like a situation where, maybe they grew up in a household. You see these three women on the side here. Okay, maybe they grew up in a household where there's like infidelity, or there was different baby mamas, or maybe they themselves have different baby mamas, right? But now they could have had some negative traits about, relationships and holding back affection and shit like that, which could cause, a rift. I feel like this person, if they discovered that there was some infidelity on your behalf, even if they were unfaithful as well, there's like, whether they've told you this or not, like they kind of feel like they caused this. Because there's something about their inability to get vulnerable or get naked in the spiritual sense instead of a physical sense, and that they may only connect physicality with vulnerability, and that's a problem. Okay, so I asked, what do you see as the problem? Okay, and you got the Tower and the Lovers. Okay, yeah, two people hurting each other. Spirit, can you show me why is the Tower here for the collective, please? Why is the Tower here with the Lovers for them? Can you give me the Tower first, please? The Tower comes out with the Three of Swords. What's the matter with you? You're not feeling well? Let me tell my son to take him. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second, guys. He's right next door. I don't want to. Come on, pick up.
Your call has been...
He'll call me back. Okay. So the Three of Wands with the Tower. I feel like you initially, whenever this relationship started, either it's going to be one of two things. Either you thought that this was like a relationship that you could build a future on, and something hit you, blindsided you, right? Let's say this is the past or this relationship, right? Like you could have walked into a relationship feeling like that's the solid way to go. And then something happened, right? Three of Wands, right? With the Lovers, there could have been one too many people in this situation. Why is the Lovers here with the Four of Wands? Okay. This person, you could have dealt with somebody who had somebody already. You could have thought you were the main one. You found out you was the side piece. Okay. For some of you, there could have been an engagement and then it fell through. And some of you, this is not even the person that you're presently with. Okay. But it's left like a bad taste in your mouth. Okay. Where you are very much scrutinizing what relationships, how the depth of the relationship, should you even, some of you have detached from that arena so much. It's not that you haven't had relationships, but you have not, they've mostly been physical. Okay. And so there's a question about how naked you're willing to get because of the wounds of the past. And if this person is even the person you should do that with, right? They've got the page of cups over here. Again, I said something about this person talking to you in a way or behaving in a way like a lot of bravado or a lot of bluster because they try to mask something about their ego or them feeling unworthy, right? They see themselves as a page. Okay. This person could often, think to themselves, like, why would this person want to be with me anyway? Like the shit that I've done or whatever. Right. And it may not just be you. There may be things that they've had in other relationships that you don't even know about. Experiences, childhood situations. Okay. High Priestess. I think that you sense this. Okay. Why is this Page of Cups here for them, please? With the Knight of Pentacles. Let's say you've been dealing with this person for a while, right? You may feel like the relationship hasn't deepened in any way, and it could be because, they don't have emotionally to give, or they feel like, what's the point in that? Things always come to an end anyway. Or they could be very slow moving their feet because they have like a commitment issue and they don't want to tell you, like, yo, I don't believe in marriage because if I say that, maybe you won't want to be with me, or I'm just a knight, right? Nothing is going to come of me anyway. And eventually, they will see that. And then at that point, it'll be over anyway. So what's the point of me, giving my whole heart away? Okay. Six of Cups. This is very much has to do with something inside of them from a childhood experience, also from like teenage experience. Okay, so it could be reflection of something that went on in their parents' relationship, or some type of infidelity, or someone leaving or not valuing somebody else. Okay, so that translated to an experience that they kind of mirrored in their teenage years. Okay, once they did that, okay, the person they were dealing with, could be you, but could be somebody else, left them. So it feels to them like, what's the point of trying if everybody leaves? Everybody leaves. Everybody leaves. Okay. You got the 10 of Pentacles here for how you would like to handle this situation. You got the 10 of Pentacles. Spirit, why is that? So I feel like the positive news for you all in this collective is that you have recognized that you are worthy. What's good, cheerfully sweet? You have recognized that you are worthy and that you deserve generational wealth and legacy. The 8 of Wands, you are communicating that. Okay, you may have learned about you could have put new boundaries, new ways that you're operating in this life. Okay, I think I like this little life of mine, right? And these things that you no longer want to experience, there was something about this situation, and I said in the beginning that sometimes the worst things show us the best things. That's how we learn about gratitude, right? And I feel like some of your past experiences, although you feel like they were negative, you also feel like they shaped you, and they have it's kind of like reawakened. For some of you, it's just awakened, but like it has shown you how you were valuing yourself versus how you value yourself now. It's like now, maybe because someone was talking to you in a way that didn't value you, you have recognized your worth by that. And I feel like you're recognizing here with this 10 of Pentacles, what came out to that? The 8 of Wands with the Death card. You're communicating, I will have family, generational wealth, and legacy. I'm going to build that, and I will release that which doesn't support that. And I'm willing to communicate that now. I'm willing to leave for that now. Right? Even though it will break my heart. Remember, you had the 3 of Swords also in the situation, how you viewed the situation. It's as if you're saying, I learned how to transmute heartbreak, and the heartbreak isn't a reflection of me or my worthiness, right? Right? It's somebody treating me poorly doesn't reflect my worthiness. It reflects their character. And I will, release it even if it hurts me, because I know that my value or my worth will come to me. What is due to me will come to me, right? They have the Page of Swords. Let's look at that. Spirit, why is the Page of Swords here? Why do they have the Page of Swords, please? 4 of Swords. See, the problem for this individual is they block off certain lessons because they have to heal parts of themselves. I feel like this person has done some healing, but it's almost as if they're like, that's enough. I can't just go around thinking I deserve everything. This should be enough for me. This little regular job that I have, right? With this regular apartment, with this regular relationship, with this regular car, with this regular life, right? And maybe I talk a little rough around the edges, but you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Four swords with the 10 of wands at the bottom of the deck, basically saying like that's too hard and this is so much easier, is just to act like I don't want it, like I don't want love, like I don't need love, when really it's that this person doesn't feel like they have enough. And this person has always felt that in some way you were better, Queen of Swords, and that it's just a matter of time before you see them for what they are. Meanwhile, you're showing up as the Knight of Cups, like trying to encourage them in some way. They're showing up as the Knight of Wands because you can't make a horse drink. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, right? Let's look at this. This is what I want to see. This deck. This is going to be quite an interesting. This is the new deck. Can you give me more information on this you versus them and how things will transpire between these individuals? Can you give me more information, please? And for any of you that have missed part of this reading, you can watch the replay on YouTube. And there's a lot of content over there that you guys don't get over here. Spirit, can you show me? For this you versus them, what do they need to know? Can you give me one? Give me a couple for our collective here. Show me what is the most likely outcome and how they will most likely handle this situation. Can you show me that? Evaluation criteria. Unfair assessments. Rarely sees the full picture. Focuses on shortcomings and misses out on potential. Okay? At the bottom of the deck, you have contract. Yes. Deep karmic bonds bring responsibilities and life lessons. Relationship strain caused by codependency and conflict. Well, ain't that a motherfucking word? I feel like you're making a list. Making a list, checking it twice. Want to find out who's naughty and nice, right? I feel like you've made a list, whether this is an actual list or a checklist in your mind about where the relationship may have taken a turn, or this could be about a past relationship, right? About a hard lesson learned and what you don't want to experience again. And with these new boundaries, there's a criteria for how you want relationships to show up in your life and what you're willing to do for them. Okay, I'm sorry I seem distant, but I need this time to complete my evaluation of our relationship. Okay, so you may not have been saying that to them, but I feel like you have been in some kind of high priestess hermit mode where you're contemplating the worthiness of something. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, this deep karmic bonds bring responsibilities and life lessons. Relationship strain caused by codependency and conflict. I feel like also the last time, whether it was this person or somebody else, the last time you were in this situation, once you saw it for what it was, that this person was tearing you down to build themselves up, This person used codependency to make you not be able to get out of a situation. Even with this distance, I know that we are never truly apart. Our bond is stronger than any obstacle. I'll cross any boundary to reach you. This person could have then turned around and acted like you were the most important person in the world because they were afraid to lose you. And this could have been like some kind of love bombing cycle, whether this is the same person or somebody else. And so now you have a clearer vision about how you assess whether a relationship is really healthy. Okay, so let's look at how they will most likely handle this situation. Spirit, can you show me anything else? Okay. Okay, so trap. Okay, drawn to deceptive allure and ignoring the hidden dangers. False promises of gain lure you into risky decisions, and masked risk presents itself as a safe bet. Okay, so the person you were dealing with before, whether it's this person or another person, they were running from commitment while looking as if. So I'm going to give you a classic thing. Somebody who's a cheater who's sleeping with multiple people because they want to feel better about themselves, and they don't realize that what they're really looking for is like healing and love and to feel worthy. And they could get that from one relationship, but they're afraid of that. So what do? They destroy the possibility of that because they don't think they're worthy of that. And how they do that is by sabotaging it with other people. Okay, and they could be acting as if they believe they are the shit, like all these bees are just trying to be after me because I'm the shit, and da 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 da. They're just trying to trap me. Meanwhile, they don't really feel that. Okay, I fear you may be falling for a false flame, one that brings temporary happiness. Okay, they don't want to like actually give their hearts over to somebody because they don't think they're worthy of that, right? So over here, right, and you shouldn't feel sorry for them because sometimes those situations, right, there's a Spanish saying that says con pena viene jódete. Okay, which means with feeling sorry is how you get effed over, right? So it says here, gambling, bets on uncertain outcomes with little control over the result, dreams of hitting the jackpot but often ends up with empty pockets, feels trapped in a slot machine cycle and hopes for a lucky break. This person could actually be a gambler, but they also could have gambled your heart. They could gamble their health and safety by having unprotected sex, right? They could treat money in the same fashion that they treat their body. Okay, or like let's say that this person isn't a cheater, but they unravel every situation due to finances because they have like a fear of success, right? And it says, even if you proceed with your uncertain plans, I'll always care about you, but I'm worried these risks might drive us apart. Let's find a secure path together, right? So them, and that's like in the reverse, right? So it's like that what they're hiding from you is that they purposely cause issues because the issue that they came into this relationship with is something about feeling unworthy. So it's almost like they got to test the shit to see. And the more you try to, show them that, oh, it's not like that. And then that's going to feed into your thing, right? Because you have a situation in your past, whether it was this person or not, that made you test your boundaries. And this person almost got to test your boundaries to feel love. That's how desensitized they are. If you don't get upset, they're not going to feel that frequency. That's dysfunctional, right? And this could be your challenge for your breakthrough. Like I said in the beginning, right? There's something you're on the precipice of breaking through. But it's like a test, and the test is these new boundaries. Are you going to fall back into the chaser mode or into having to prove your worthiness when you just went through this shit? And now this person is trying to question your worthiness so that they can feel worthy. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, across distance. So it came out in reverse. The miles may seem vast, but the connection transcends space, and trust that what's meant for you will find its way. Certain events are impossible to avoid, and they drastically shape your future. Embrace the uncertainty, knowing that serendipity works in your favor. Now, remember, when I first started this reading, right? The mutual energy you guys had was the journey. And I said that both parties were in a crossroads on a breakthrough for a new chapter in their life, but that they had to decide for themselves and in their own mirror what that new chapter was. Right? So this is accepting. And I said with the Two of Pentacles, which was also in the center energy, right? That neither person wanted to be the one to go first, or that neither person wanted to be the vulnerable one and take the risk. And this person's whole problem is that they have problem with vulnerability. I feel like your problem is that you have been too vulnerable in the past, and now you're trying to figure out what is a good and healthy balance of allowing vulnerability to show without being somebody's fucking doormat. Right? And the card says just us. So, and I said the other card that you got in the center energy was the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. What are we? What are we? Both parties are questioning that. It's almost as if this person wants something more, but they don't feel they're worthy of having that. Right? And you have set out some new boundaries for yourself, whether through this relationship or a past one. And you're questioning, is it built on something firm? Okay. You also have here, distance has created uncertainty, leading to questions of trust and will our bond survive the space between us? Okay. There could have been some time out that was taken. Okay. You could be trying to figure out, Spirit is saying that there are no accidents. And that what you have been afraid of is, being overly vulnerable as in the past. Do you trust that you have like morphed that within you, and that you saying, this is what I require to share my energy with somebody, and if that isn't what can be done, I'm willing to be, to accept that, not take it on as personal criticism, and be open to new experiences. This person has to decide whether they deserve to feel love, not just because of the things that they've done or who they've been with, but just because they exist. And if they truly believe that, right, then that also means that they have to make peace with some of the choices that they made. And that's a tall order for this person right now. This person also feels like there's a good chance that they could commit to doing this, and you still wouldn't really be all in. Right? So this person is trying to weigh what they should do. Spirit, let's get let's get an inner child for each of you. I feel like that's going to be the determining factor. It's built on the experiences, right? And if we can heal that part of ourselves, Spirit is saying. Okay, so let me just get some of this out of the way so that we can see a little clearer here. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. Okay. Hey, everybody coming in. Okay. Let's get our inner child. Spirit is saying, do you want to heal with this person? Listen, and you know the way. Listen, your inner child has something to say. Let's read that one. It's number 25. Oh, inner child is compromised of our inner child is compromised of many different aspects of childhood we experienced growing up. There is a 1-year-old inner child, a 10-year-old inner child, and an 18-year-old inner child. And that inner child for every age in between. At various times in our lives, different aspects of our inner child will need to be heard. This card indicates that an aspect of your inner child, one you may have not met with yet, has a message for you. Okay? Take time to connect with the new piece of you through inner visualization, responsive journaling, play, or intuitive art. Try to be open to what your inner child has to say. Many times in life, we repress aspects of our inner selves in a bid for safety. When events occur in our childhood that we cannot manage or understand, they can become suppressed aspects of ourselves. Because of this, our inner child might bring unprocessed events and memories for us to work through as an adult. Spirit said, you were allowing someone to treat you in a particular way because you thought that the love that you were looking for was outside of you, or the person that you were looking for was outside of you. But in reality, you are the person you've been looking for all your life. And in some ways, some of the pain that you have gone through was there to show that to you. Okay? There's something about an angelic code and wings, okay? It's like you got your wings, okay? You know the way came out for you as well, number 44, okay? Master number, okay? I feel like this is something that you learned how to really love yourself, even the negative parts of yourself, and that has been a journey, okay? That has been a journey. Okay, I'm also feeling like the rebellious teenage years have showed you a part of yourself. Like you're recognizing that part of this journey has to do with that rebellious teenager who wanted to break through something that was being kind of like forced, okay, control, okay, and it could have been by an insecure person, which is a representative of this. And so this situation is reaffirming that inner rebellious teenager when your shadow is kind of saying stand up, okay. All right, so this second card says, in this life there will be many voices telling you the right way to go. They can be confusing and sometimes contradictory, pointing out all of the interesting aspects and paths that you could take. Just know that this life is yours and yours alone. No one else can tell you the path that is yours to walk, for only you know the way. If you have pulled this card, then know that you are going in the right direction. In addition, this card can also mean that you might need to listen to your inner voice now regarding a future decision. Take some time to reflect on the voices that you might have been listening to. Is there one that is drowning out your own? Right? Set aside some time today to connect with your inner voice and intuition. There are many different ways in which you can do this, and each person will be unique in how they receive their inner guidance. Go somewhere with minimal distractions and begin to reflect upon the question, decision, or choice that is before you. Notice how your body feels when you think about each option. Is it tense or relaxed? So what Spirit is saying to you is that this situation, right, if you listen to your body, is showing you something from your childhood. Okay, something that maybe you weren't able to honor before, but now you have the ability to honor that, and it has to do with some new boundary that you set for yourself. Okay, so ask yourself if what is occurring right now, if it feels like it belongs in your space, and how you can be true to the new space that you have created. Okay, so let's take one for them. Spirit, can you show me? Can I have one for them, please? They got 3. Okay, it always takes so long to load. There we go. Okay. They got 3 cards, okay? A time to remember. Look back on your childhood, okay? I told you that this person does not want to deal with some shit, okay? Something that they experienced, they now embody. So if they were bullied, they're the bully, right? Number 1, let's see. A photograph can be a powerful tool when working with our inner selves, as it can bring the present, sorry, I just realized something. Present memories and feelings associated with our childhood. This can be especially beneficial practice, particularly when working with and through harmful patterns of our beliefs that we might have regarding our childhood self. Okay, so something that they're experiencing right now has to do with their childhood, but it also is a way that they express themselves. Gather multiple photographs of your younger self, reflect on each one, and choose the image that you feel most drawn to. Once you have that photograph, take some time to gaze at the image, observing yourself in a neutral and non-judgmental way. Okay, so there's a particular experience. This person has not, they might look at one thing and say, well, I'm like this because of that, but it's not. I mean, that could be a part of it. There's a specific incident that they kind of shoved away because they feel unsafe. And so even the thought of that makes them feel unsafe. Okay. You also have here number 11, do what you need to do. Okay. It may be difficult, but now is the time. Okay. That's another card for them. Let's go to number 11. What we want and what we need can be two different things. When this is the case, our wants and needs can differ between self-indulgence and self-care. If we have pulled this card today, it might be time to reflect on the difference between these two in your life. Honoring self-indulgence is a wonderful way to connect with ourselves, especially when done mindfully. Self-care can require us to do things that might be uncomfortable or unpleasant in the moment, but will benefit us in the long run. Okay, so Spirit said, Grand Rising, Jessa. Let's say that this person was masking, some issues through alcohol, right? They could be like, I just like drinking. But in reality, it's like self-medicating from like a childhood trauma, abuse, something like that. Okay. And I feel like they have also become like the abused and the abuser. Okay. This doesn't mean that they're physical. This could be in another way, right? And then you have number 30. Okay. This is also their message. Being truly open to life can be a bit unnerving. There are so many possibilities and unknowns, and we could never analyze them all. While there is much wisdom in weighing the options before us, sometimes there will be aspects of the future that we can never really truly know until we walk that road. It is in the moments that we have to take a leap of faith and say yes. If you have pulled this card now, it might be time to open up to receive. Okay, so I feel like what it is that this person really does want love. They do. Okay, but they're afraid that they can't do it, that they won't have it, that they're not strong enough. And they have to face an internal battle to be able to feel it, receive it. The problem is that you need to contemplate whether or not that is truly an exercise that you want to take on, because this person does, what's good, it's the little things. This person does want to experience that with you, but they can't even assure themselves that they will be successful at this. Okay. So if you don't feel like you are strong enough in your new convictions to handle a situation that you could possibly get hurt in, because this person has not done all the emotional work, you need to think about that. You need to consider that. She says, although it's hard to admit, I feel like I'm the negative one in this, but he is so guarded and I have caught him in lies recently. Yeah. So, what ends up happening is someone who doesn't want to, tear down the walls is going to build them up. And if you have trauma about not being accepted or not being validated or looking for someone to prove to you your place in their life, and you're looking for something outside of you, and they have spent a lot of time building up the walls to protect themselves from A, having to do the work, and also B, having to feel the feelings. Okay, it is a very hard relationship to live. I am in year 20 and he is finally battling admitting it. Yeah. Yes, this is so I'm just saying, okay. And nobody said, a lot of people will tell you, listen, you get hurt together, you get hurt alone. Okay? The shit is, are you valuing you? And there's thing about empathy for others. What's good, Lovelee 84? There's leaving room for people who are flawed, and that's okay, but it can't be at the cost of you. And that will be a lesson that spirit will put in front of you to see if you have really accepted to value yourself. Okay? Right? Because remember when I said in the beginning, okay, and those of you coming in now, if you have missed part of this reading, you can go over to YouTube where you can see the whole reading, right? They have a mirror, and in their mirror, like I said, a relationship is just a mirror for you to work out your pain in, and they're doing the same thing. So in their mirror, they lack the trust in others and themselves, okay, to do the work, and oftentimes they sabotage their own situation to avoid having to do the heavy lifting. Okay, they may find other ways of validating themselves through sabotaging or talking down to you in ways. Okay, and then in your mirror, it's about someone who may have been that in your life, and you may have spent a good amount of time trying to find the boundaries between you and other people, and where you end and they begin, because there could have been somebody or somebodies who took advantage of your kindness. And this is a perfect storm, because you're going to be testing who you've become, and if you're really standing on fucking business. And they have to battle who they've been saying they are, so that they don't have to fix anything. Okay. The thing is, every situation, somebody's asking, should we keep trying? Every situation is different. Is this person physically abusing you, emotionally abusing you to fill their cup? Because if that's the case, then you know what it is, right? Are you devaluing yourself or compromising yourself? Right? It was meant for you to log in today. Ashe. Right? Are you devaluating yourself to accommodate somebody else's healing? Then that's a hell no. Hell no to the no, no, no. Right? You feel me? Listen, I've done a lot of work in my life to get to the point of risking it all. And I was in a relationship for a long time, right? And the person made some poor choices. I know how you feel exactly, right? You listen. I was with somebody who made some poor choices, and me being, an empathetic person, trying to comprehend their wounds, I was letting them fuck with mine. And there were other outside circumstances too. There were other people involved, um, like children or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I've been there, right? But I couldn't overcome that until I burned. I'm gonna tell you the fucking truth. I couldn't overcome it till I burnt it all down, right? Like, not under these terms. Like, I can't be with you under these terms because it devalues who I am. And I had to go and rebuild the terms of the new version of me and gamble whether that would be, fuck whether they were salvageable, was I, right? To rebuild what I wanted. Because how can somebody else fit into my shit when I don't know what my shit is? Right? And I stopped trying to sit at somebody else's table and I built my own. That way, that person knew that if they wanted to be at my table, they would have to mind their fucking manners. And once you learn that, it'll never leave you. Okay? So you can work on their mission or you can work on yours. That's the truth. If you ask me, I say choose yourself and then let them double down and choose you too. Okay? All right, my loves, that's what I have for you guys for my private group for those star seeds. Okay, I have a great Patreon, guys, for all of yous. There's different tiers, okay, but star seeds is my Reiki group. We do a lot of healing. I have a very special treat for you guys tomorrow. I thought it was going to be here already. Waiting for the postman, of course. What time is it? It's like almost 2:00. He's still ain't here, right? But I got something special for y'all planned. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna be doing that tomorrow. And for the rest of yous, I just want to say I come on several times a week. I have a lot of new viewers now, so some of yous might be new to me. Give me a follow. Also, you can find me on all the platforms by the same name. Definitely go over to YouTube and follow me there. Why? Because it also serves as our library. All the lives are over there too. Okay. You've been following me for a while now. That's wonderful, Lely. Thank you. But yeah, I want you guys to know. Okay. So we're going to get into it. I'm wishing you all light and love and blessings on blessings. Bye, guys. Okay. Bye, my loves.